a great mystery, especially for non-religious persons like I am, is why religion is so popular throughout the world, in different parts of the world, and it's almost no civilization that it wasn't a trace of some religion in it. Of course, any civilization we can find civilization which are totally religiously motivated. Every action was virtually religiously motivated, like the world of Islam, for instance, and we have also, although there are arguments that the Bedouin Arab culture is the culture of Bedouins, it's more important for today's Islam and also for its obstinacy and conservatism than the word of Quran itself. But of course, the religions are the product of human thought, not the other way around, of course, because we can see that the different the culture is, the different the religion is, and every region on the world have their own characteristic features, and these characteristic features manifest themselves in the world, in the secular sphere and in the sacred sphere as well. There are many religions which are more private, with exception of Shintoism in the 19th and 20th century Japan. We could say that generally the Asian religion like Hinduism, Confucianism, Taoism, Shinto itself and several others are more private. In Hinduism, for instance, the different abode is the different little god and so on, and that protects the family and so on, as they believe. Like kami, the ghosts of the dead in Japan, or in the ancient Rome, the larvae and the lare, the good and the bad and the good spirits. So we can see that there are also religions that tend to absorb all the public sphere, to subjugate everything to the rules of that religion. This is the case of Christianity, Islam, of course, and Judaism. And why religion is needed? What it's needed for? For instance, there were several studies in the United States that indicates that the rate of divorces, of getting divorced between religious and non-religious people is virtually the same. The atheists tend to be slightly more rare. They get divorced slightly more rarely than the religious people. So but it's virtually and really no big difference. In prisons, we have the over-representation of religious people. In the United States, for instance, of course, we can presume that they are acting more religious to get some better treatment or something, but we cannot overlook that fact that there are almost no atheists among prisoners in the United States, whereas among the Nobel Prize owners there are virtually no believers, or the very small minority of them are believers. So why? Religion is not making us better. Religion is the cause of many political problems. Also, it could be the other way around, but if religion is not doing a real good job, then what is it for and why it survived? Because, if religion would cause always a war, then it would be bad, and I think that people would abandon religion. But there was a group of journalists from the Der Spiegel, the German tabloid, then they presented very interesting theory, which is largely debated today, It's not their theory, of course, they were only popularizing that theory, that religion was a substitute of the rule of the law and the equality before the law, so before the liberal society. It was the substitute because there were no equality before the law, and there was no rule of the law. But one religious person could think that the other religious person would act in a certain previsible way, and in the way that the first religious person could foresee his actions, and thinks that this ability was something when there was no equality before the law and no law whatsoever, and no clear rules of society. So we can see that today, that in countries and in regions where the political situation and the economical, social situation is very insecure, then the religion is very often dominating. In the rich, satisfied countries and societies, religion is very often marginal and marginalized, and not necessarily is this the effect of fighting that religion or some secular actions. No, just the religion is withdrawing as soon as some real welfare for the huge amount of people emerges. And I hope that the conservatives are not so crazy to fight the middle class and to fight the popular welfare and the welfare state, the idea of welfare state, in order to bring back religion to this